Hey guys, how are we doing? Welcome to another news update here on Buzzing Pattaya. And what a week ahead we've got, and what a week we've just had. It's all going on here, it's getting busy. I'll tell you what, if you've been in the sympathy area and around that side of the city, you will vouch for me when I say the traffic right now, it is just immense. It really, really is. It's just gridlock, there's cars and bikes everywhere. So that must be an indication that things are on the up, things are improving. So yeah, there you go. If you're going to go into the city centre and you're going in a car, taxi, be prepared. It's not good. It really isn't. The traffic is immense. Same on Second Road as well. Second Road, if you go down Second Road, they're still doing the building work in the road works. I really, really wish that they would speed that up, because we are right in the midst of what we're hoping to be our high season. It's not going to be a scratch on the high seasons in the past, but it's better than what we've had, and it can only get better moving forwards. But yeah, again, they're bottlenecking the traffic. It really isn't very good. Having said that, on the other side of the coin, if you go down to Corandas, now you may have watched a recent live stream we did down there with the girls, which was great fun. The traffic there now is actually free flowing. They had dug the entire road up, but now you can get through, particularly on motorbikes, not a problem. On a car, it's slightly different. So, what's ahead in the week? Well, there's some good things coming up, some parties, a really good event, two events actually that I want to share with you. But just to recap on what's been happening this week. A lot of people are asking me about the 4 a.m. Are we going to extend from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m.? Right now, there is no indication it's going to be given a green light. Sadly, I really wish I was wrong. I wish I could say to you, great news, guys, we're up and running. But we're not, and I don't know why. I really can't get my finger on this one as to why they're doing this. Maybe you've got some ideas. If you've got a thought process on why we cannot stay up until 4 a.m., please, drop the comment down. Let's see what you guys think. I mean, I did go through the situation where I said that the opposition as to opening until 4 a.m. was saying it's going to increase the drink driving issue we have here. But hey, come on, if you were to say to me it's because of like mass crowding or something like that, maybe I could kind of like take that one on board. But drink driving, I mean, seriously, we know the situation out here. It's not something that's been hidden. It's a very, very well-known fact that the driving out here, and particularly drink driving, is ferocious. So it's not really going to make a much amount of difference. I mean, obviously, right now, in all the sports bars and some restaurants that have got TVs, they're desperately looking for an avenue to try and recover some of the revenue that they've lost over the last 2 years. And leaving them to allow to open till 4 a.m. would be fantastic. And also with the nightclubs, think about nightclubbing. Who goes nightclubbing at 8 o'clock at night? We tried it in Escape. It was an absolute disaster. 0 people turned up. So that's why we made the move from Escape nightclub into being the a-go-go situation. So, the big guns, these places like the Insomnias and all these big places in Walking Street, they thrive on the early hours of the morning entertainment, and sadly, they really are having their hands tied behind their back at the moment, and there's no indication, there really isn't, no indication that things are going to change. Likewise in Walking Street, I've heard these rumours, and again, what do you think, guys? But I've heard all these rumours saying that Walking Street, the two Simon beer bar complexes. If you haven't been here, I apologise. We used to have two big beer bar complexes in Walking Street called the Simon beer bar complex. Now the first one, that went under the pneumatic drill and the sledgehammer, but they've redone it and it looks really nice. They've done a great job there. But the second one, further up near the end, near Soy 19, that has just had no indication of any action whatsoever. And there's been a lot of rumours flying around that they are going to make it into a car parking area. Now, I can't see that, because if they do that, well, then that means that they're going to allow traffic to flow through Walking Street of an evening. And as you know, if you've been here in the past, you will know, even though it's not like it is like it used to be, the amount of people that walk up and down Walking Street, hence the name Walking, you couldn't start bringing traffic through there. It'd just be carnage. But that's the rumour that's going around. They're saying it's going to be a car park. I can't see it personally. I really just can't see how that logistically will work, because we don't want cars, especially, if you've had a few beers, you stumble out of a nightclub or a go-go bar, there's a car coming past, and next thing, it's just, the writing is on the wall. You can just see what is going to happen. Now, what has been happening, and I feel a bit sorry for this week's news. I mean, the first part of it in particular, because it is a lot of doom and gloom. But as you may or may not know, the Pattaya police The immigration authorities, they really are. They're out in force at the moment, and they're really looking at cracking down on overstay. And what they are doing is they are going out and they are nailing people that have not got their passport with them, and they're doing their checks. It says here in the Pattaya news, Pattaya police and immigration step up overstay checks and safety patrols around Pattaya. Now, on the subject of check-in, you may or may not be aware, but you should, by law, it is a legal requirement that you should have your identification on you at all times. Now, that might be in the passport or a driving license, but particularly right now, they're focusing hard on the visa situation. Are you entitled to stay here? So my suggestion is you don't want to be walking around with your passport. That's a given. Lock that away, put it in your room safe or your hotel safe, but you don't want to be carrying your passport around with you for obvious reasons. The last thing you need is to lose that. But what you can do, and it's more than acceptable by the police, is you can take a photograph of it and keep that on your phone. Some people I know go to the lengths of going and get their passport photocopied and then get it reduced down in size to a business card size and get it laminated. What you do need to do, though, with your passport is make sure you have a copy of your visa stamp. Make sure you've got your stamp. They need to see that. It's all well and good having the passport, but you need to make sure that you can produce your visa stamp to tell them that you're entitled to stay in the kingdom on the date that they may or may not stop you. And what they've been doing recently, they've been heading off into the air. They've been enforcing very, very strictly. They've been enforcing the 2 a.m. closure. And at the same time, they are checking people that are in the bars, random checks, and saying, produce me your passport copy or your passport original and show me your visa. And if you don't have the visa or you don't have any identification, you are likely to be escorted back to your room in order to check that. And you may well find that they take you down to the police station as well. So just be prepared, guys. It's not good. I mean, to be honest with you, it's an absolute disaster really right now, because obviously the last thing we want with all what we've been going through is more restrictions. But you know, they go on to say here that despite being very unpopular among tourists, Pattaya police continued their intense crackdown on nightlife venues almost every night as a deterrent to the venue's breaking regulations and the violent incidents. You say the violent incidents, I mean, we've had a couple of handbags at dawn. It's not like, you know, it's mass gunfights and stuff. It's just a few handbags at dawn. But anyway, that happens all around the world. That's not just here. You know, if you go into any of the big cities around the nightclubs where there's alcohol and girls and guys involved, there's always the scuffles and stuff. But anyway, and it said this coincides with Thai immigration conducting random passport checks on foreigners across the city, hunting for people who have overstayed their visas as part of the national crackdown campaign. So, you know, just be aware, guys. You know, stay ahead of the game. Keep yourself ahead of the game. Get your copy of your passport. Get a copy of your visa. Make sure it's with you, and then you're good to go. You know, you've got no issues. But unfortunately, they are finding people. And there's a Chinese guy here. Says a Chinese man arrested in Rayong, which is just down the road. We'll talk about that in a second. But there's a Chinese man been arrested in Rayong for 401 days of overstay. And, you know, the thing with that is, okay, he's got away with it for as long as he has. But that's now going to result in him being banned from the country. He's going to be deported, obviously. But he'll more than likely get a 5-year ban, something like that. I don't know his personal circumstances as to why he's gone down the overstay route. But nevertheless, he's been arrested. And, you know, there are people out here on overstay. There are people out here. But the problem is, it's not doing the overstay and running the risk. It's when you get caught, you are very, very likely to be banned from the country, maybe a year, 5-year, even a 10-year ban. And is it really worth it? I don't know, you know, but they are looking for it. And the one thing that got me today was I was reading through the news. I don't normally read through much of the news, but I was reading through it anyway. And it says here, national overstay campaign continues in Thailand as American man is arrested in Phuket for 8 days of overstay. And they show a photo of him, and it goes on to say, and this is what I don't get, a 63-year-old American man, 63. So he's old enough to be retired. The retirement visa is a stamp in your book. It's pennies. It's not a lot of money. I guess it's a lot of money if you don't have it. But for 8 days overstay, you know, a 63-year-old man has been arrested in Phuket for 8 days of overstaying. He reportedly did not leave his room and ate only protein capsules whilst hiding from Thai immigration. I mean, protein capsules. I mean, seriously, dude, you know, what are you doing? I don't understand it. I won't find out. It's none of my business. But it just makes you wonder why people will go down this route, why they will put themselves in this position. And also as well, you know, 63. I mean, unless he's on the bones of his arse, which I hope he isn't, because, you know, his overstay is his last of his worries. But if he is on the bones of his arse, fair enough. But if he isn't, just go down and get the stamp. I mean, why are you hiding? I don't get that. So yeah, so they caught him, and obviously that's going to end up in a world of trouble for him. I wouldn't say he'll be deported. He'll be fined. I think it's 500 baht a day for your overstay. He'll be fined. If he can't pay that, then they will look at dealing with it more severely. But right now he's looking at a 4,000 baht fine and a lot of excuses as to why he's done that. Now, I get asked quite a lot about insurance and about legal protection. I get this quite a lot. People say to me, you know, Trev, where should I go for insurance? What should I do about it? What do I do about it if I'm getting any trouble? Is there any way that we can help? And what I will say is there are two places I would recommend. One to go insurance. They're in our Discord group, and also you can connect with them directly. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. So if you are looking for insurance, they are very, very good. Also, sorry, I say that, but there's another one as well. Go and see Jack McKellen at McKellen Insurance up in Pattaya. He offers health insurance and stuff like that. It's very, very good. So go and say hello to him. But more importantly, if you are worried about any legalities, anything to do with protecting you via legal, you know, the legal services here, or if you're involved in a car accident or a motorbike accident, or you're in an altercation and you need to get some legal protection, check out Thailand Legal Protection. I will put the link in the description below. You may or may not have already seen Peter. He's very, very active in our Discord group. They offer a month-by-month protection service. So if you are coming over here for, say, 2 or 3 weeks and you wish to take out a legal protection policy where you have access to professional solicitors, legal lawyers, and all that kind of things, if you want peace of mind, you can jump in there and grab hold of it. I think it's about 795 baht for a month. It's nothing in comparison to the cost of the legal system, should you require that out here. But I'll say I will put a link in the description down below. Click on it, have a look and read through it. And if you want to speak to Peter directly, jump into Discord. He's very active in his platform on there, and he will answer all the questions for you, so he can give you a heads up on what's going on regarding that. Now, talking about legal stuff, a lot of people ask about what it's like owning a bar out here, and, you know, why would you possibly own a bar, and why would you do it regarding landlords and all those kind of things. Well, the first thing to say to it, let's look at it the other way around. If nobody did it, you'd have nothing to come out to, because there'd be no bars, no nightclubs, and no go-go's. So, you know, the fact that guys do put themselves in the position that you're questioning is a great thing for you, because it means you can just walk in, have your beer, have your fun, and walk out again. Jobs are good, and there's nothing to worry about. However, again, in the Pattaya news, it says a local Pattaya bar owner at his wit's end after a legal dispute over the bar lease and the status. Now, I won't go through it all, but I read through it. It seems that when he took out a lease, it says here, Jason states that he had what he thought was a trusted friend of 18 years, whose full name is withheld pending further legal action, signed the lease for 12 months. Although all the money and the refurbishment of the bar, as well as all the ownership, was handled by Jason, according to him, Jason even hired a relative of the leaseholder. He goes on to talk about it, but what it seems is that they've had a breakdown in their friendship, and the knock-on effect of that, sadly, the knock-on effect of that is that they've now tried to call the lease off, and he's in a world of trouble. And the reason he's in a world of trouble, and he's going to have to obviously take it to court and try and get it back on terms, is that, you know, he's obviously paid for everything. The lease is in the person's name, but he's hung out to dry. He hasn't got much to do there. Keeps going on, talks about it all there. I will put the link to this one in there if you want to have a read through. It says Jason's lawyers, Isan lawyers, state that the proper legal notice of cancelling a lease was not given in writing by the landlord and agents as required by Thai law. Additionally, the Isan law stated that this may be a breach of contract and cause loss of earnings under the Thai law. Well, yeah, it is going to cause loss of earnings. It is going to be a headache, and he's going to have to pay the legal side of things to try and sort it out. And again, you know, it just goes back to the guys that say, oh, you know, you shouldn't put your name in there, or you shouldn't come out and do this. It's never easy and all the rest of it. Well, you know, this is a sad story, and I hope that he does get justice and he gets some form of either repayment back, or they can review it. I don't know what they're going to do. But, you know, it happens, sadly. And these are the kind of things where perhaps talking about that legal protection, if you are coming out here to take on board a bar or a business, again, you know, speak to Peter, his team of lawyers. They may well be able to help you, and it might save you what could possibly cost you hundreds of thousands. So, yeah, it's happened, sadly. All right. Enough doom and gloom. Let's move on to nice things now. We've got a really, really good event this weekend. If you haven't been, go down to Jomtien Beach. Trust me, it's on from the 14th until the 18th. So from the 14th until then, we've got the Jet Ski World Cup Grand Prix. I've been many times. I will be down there to video it myself. I'll probably head down there Friday. It's brilliant. You're going to love it. If you like fast-packed action, and these guys, they nail it across the ocean out the front there. It really is incredible. They just go hell for leather. And they have all kinds of different categories. They have the little stand-up ones where they've got the little handle, and they fly around. They've got the big, powerful 1800cc big beasts that wing it around. It really is a fun event. Lots and lots of people go. If you do go down there Saturday and Sunday, be prepared for big crowds. Be prepared. And also remember, to get there, you've got to go down Jomtien Beach Road. So if you are on a motorbike taxi or a BART bus, or you're on a taxi itself, to get there, be prepared for heavy traffic. It really will be very, very busy. Aside from the jet skiing itself, they'll have lots of stalls, lots of stands, a lot of pretty girls doing all their kind of dancing stuff and shows and all the rest of it. It's a great, great event. It really is good fun. And the nice thing about it is it's more of a daytime event than an evening. Obviously, they don't go around the jet skis at night. But the point being is, at night time, you're in Jomtien, and Jomtien's really picking up. It's picking up, you know, go into Soi Welcome, Soi 7, you know, all around the Beach Road area. There's some really good places now. I was walking down there the other day. There's some really nice, brand new bars that are on the main stretch going into Beach Road on Jomtien, which I'll cover off when I do the new different style videos in the new year for the website. But again, you know, go down at Jomtien, have a night out. What a great excuse. Spend the afternoon. Go and sit in the grandstand, or go and get yourself a chair on one of the sunbeds, have a few beers, watch them do their thing. They go like mental. Honestly, it's mental, but they go so quick. But they're really, really very, very skilled riders. And you know, when you finish all that, go down the road, get yourself a few more beers, have a great night, and then you can head back into town. And who knows, you might end up in Kinkagogo in LK Metro. Now that would be, what a day. Jet ski, beers, food, Jomtien bars, have a bit of fun, back into town, end up in King. Winner, winner, that's the plan. Right, there, so yeah, so this weekend, guys, 14th to the 18th, get yourself in there, and you won't be disappointed, I promise you. Now, I'm going to say the word correctly, because last week when I said about this, I got battered for it. I said cozy play. Cosplay, not cozy play, I do apologise. But go see John in the Shooters bar there, the Sports and Cozy bar. He's got a cosplay party. And it's on every Friday, every single Friday, 7 p.m. until late. Includes sexy nurses, French maids, hostesses, and lingerie starting from 5 o'clock. And it's called cosplay, not cozy. Although you probably would get cozy, but it's cosplay. And I'll tell you what, give him his due. He's got a cracking lineup of girls in there. You'll have a really, really good day. If you saw the Corando's video when I did the live stream, then merge that over towards Shooters. You've got same but different location. And I've done some live streams in Shooters with the girls, so you can actually watch that back if you want, and you'll see for yourself. He's got a great lineup of girls there. But yeah, so every Friday, starting from 5 o'clock through till 8 o'clock, you can get down there. Cosplay, not cozy, cosplay. Go and knock yourself out, guys. Have a fun down there. Incidentally, on Friday the 16th, again, starting this time is mid-afternoon, 3 o'clock, the back to school party, which is down on the Butterfly Bar in Soi 6. So yeah, go down there, go and have a bit of fun. The girls dress up in their school uniforms. I know some of you like all that kind of stuff, so crack on, guys, enjoy yourself. The Butterfly Bar, it's a nice bar, it's a good bar. Pop down there in Soi 6 and go and enjoy that party. That starts, excuse me, that starts at 3 o'clock. So that's on Friday, 3 o'clock. So you can go there first, and then you could head over to Shooters, and then you could head back into town and, well, it's up to you where you want to end up. I don't know. Where's the most likely place you end your evening? And don't say your hotel room. What I mean is as in a bar. Where's the likeliest place you would end up of an evening? Now, moving forwards, Lady Love. Now, Lady Love, oh man, they got some fitties in there. They've got their 10th anniversary on Saturday the 17th. Saturday the 17th. Now, that's located in LK Metro. If you come in from the Soy end, you're going to go right the way around the bend, and Lady Love will be on your left-hand side just as you go around the bend there past Billabong. And if you come in from the Soy Diana end, as you walk in, go past Kink, it'll be there on your right-hand side. You can't miss it. They'll have all balloons out. It'll be very, very well publicised. But go there. That starts at 7 o'clock. Saturday the 17th of December starts at 7 o'clock. Get yourself in there, guys. You won't be disappointed. I can't give you much more information, unfortunately, but what I can tell you is that the Pattaya Car on the Beach 2022 event, that's down at the Ballyhigh Pier. That's on Saturday the 17th, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. That will probably go on for most of the afternoon. So if you like your hot rod cars, your fancy cars, all your modified cars, get yourself down there. I'll pop down, have a look around. I'll have a wander around, see what we can find out, see what's going on. But yeah, have a look on that, guys. 17th of December at 10 o'clock in the morning, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. Go down there. I mean, they don't give much information away, to be honest, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, I do believe that they will probably parade along Beach Road at some stage during the afternoon. I would imagine that 10 o'clock they'll be there for showcasing. Go down, get your selfies, your pictures, all the rest of it. Then eventually, I guess they will then just jump in the cars and take them down Beach Road, I would think. I don't know for sure, but that's what I would imagine will happen. Now, talking about forward planning, and this is the last one I'm going to talk to you about today. Forward planning at its best. Travis Scott is to be one of the headliners for Rolling Loud Thailand Hip Hop Festival in Pattaya during Songkran 2023. Now, if you want to know where I won't be, I will not be there. Songkran is great. If you've never been, experience it once. Try and limit yourself down to 2 or 3 days. The last 2 to 3 days, we sadly we just celebrate it for like 8-9 days. It's carnage. It just gets it gets annoying and boring that you're getting battered with water every 5 minutes. But at the end, they do have some big festivals, and like I say, this Travis Scott. No disrespect to the lad, I'm sure it's fantastic, but hip-hop for me, I'd rather stick a red hot pin in my eye than have to listen to that music. No disrespect to the hip-hoppers, each to their own. That's the beauty of the world we live in. You can all choose what you want to listen to, but for me, it's an absolute no-no. But anyway, if you are into your hip-hop and you've got your baggy trousers, your jeans around the bottom of your arse, and your trainers, your big trainers and all the rest of it, and your vest, then you know... I had to get that in, sorry. God, I'm just pulling your leg, guys. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. But Travis Scott, he's going to be headlining the Rolling Loud Thailand Hip Hop Festival. And that's going to be from the 13th until the 15th of April. So that's something to look forward to in the distant future. So there we are. That's it for today. That's it for this week. Hopefully, next week we can bring some more positive stuff. Like I say, guys, just keep a picture of your passport in your wallet. It's not a drama. On your phone, whatever. Just keep it with you. Stay clear and stay away of all the issues, and you'll have a great time and a great evening. And don't forget, this week, Wednesday and Friday, and this afternoon, if you're here, this afternoon, Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, drop down to the Buzzing Bar, 2 p.m. Ian's there with his bar calls, doing a fantastic job, so come and join the fun and let him take you off to places perhaps you wouldn't go to. And those of you that have been on the bar calls, I'm sure you'll vouch for us when I say it's great fun, you'll have a good time. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much indeed for watching. As always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Check out Discord. You may have been taken out of Discord. It was an error on our behalf. Somehow, they what we call pruned the Discord server, so you might have been sadly removed. Just either rejoin, join the link in the description of this video. If you have any problems, just drop us an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com. We'll help you out as much as we can and get you back on there. But have a look on Discord. All the information is in there. And if you'd like to support the channel and the work that we do, there is a link to that description there's a link in that description in the link below. In the link below, in the description. I'm having a mare, aren't I? Should we just get out of it and just call it a day? It's down there. Have a look. Anyway. Right, that's it for me. Thank you very much indeed for watching. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.